Now you're a level even higher. Shine on, be a man. Right into the sun. Stay strong, you can make it if you know inside you have the answer. Shine on, time to play. Game on, nothing left in your way. Very close to victory. The finish line for you and me. Never give up the path to your destiny.
Hey guys, Samurai here, back again with another episode of Pokemon Sword and Shield the Series Champions Road. In our last episode, the group have just left Valencia with Opal and are heading their way back through Stoneside, back to Hammerlock to go to the other side of Galar to continue their gym challenge. On their way back through Stoneside, they end up crossing paths with Bee and Alistair, who look absolutely exhausted, looking like they haven't slept in 3 days. When Ash inquires about this, they respond by telling him that after Bede had that accident with the ruins, there's been a bunch of people trying to do it every night, so they've been rotating who would guard it, and this night it was both of them because there was a lot more than usual. Usually they would do it turn by turn, but there's no Pokemon strong enough to handle all the bandits at once. Ash, thinking about this for a minute, realizes that maybe he could actually help in this situation. Ash releases Sandaconda from its Pokeball. When Ash asks if Sandaconda feels bad about hurting Stoneside and making the people scared of it, Sandaconda does feel bad, not to mention Sandaconda is mighty powerful, so Ash makes a deal with Bee and Alistair. He gives Sandaconda's Pokeball to both Bee and Alistair, telling him to take care of him and he'll guard the place while they're doing their gym duties. Opal amazed at Ash's growth and his willingness to sacrifice his own Pokemon just so that somebody can be happy and they can get their sleep. He's quite amazed, and she actually asks Ash to take over her gym. Ash declines once again, very politely, but he is getting a kind of bit annoyed because Opal keeps on asking Ash if he would take over her gym, and he always responds with no. But now we can head on to the route just outside of Stoneside, where they meet Peonia and Rinto again. Now both Peonia and Rinto have challenged the Galar gyms out of order compared to our heroes. They actually went to Opal first, which is why they already have her gym badge and didn't need to go along with the group. However, they traveled the Galar region a bit weird due to Peonia's level fossil Pokemon and trying to find the most of them. Now she has just recently caught an Arctozold. Now Chase, seeing Rinto, immediately goes and asks a challenge of him. Rinto immediately declines, saying that he doesn't have time to face losers or underdogs. Chase, getting clearly flared up by this comment, says that he'll see if he's truly an underdog after he beats him in this battle. Rinto declines once again, but sets his sight on Ash, asking Ash for a battle. Ash, never one to take down a battle request, is always ready. However, this is when Peonia actually asks a favor of both of them if they can make it a double battle. She wants to battle Elaine again ever since seeing her match against Bee. So the double battle is set. Rinto ends up sending out one of his main Pokemon, being Curlia. Ash sends out Drizzle. Elaine sends out Charmander, and this is where Peonia sends out her newly evolved Gabite. Now, Elaine is kind of hesitant about this, as her Pokemon is at a massive disadvantage. However, Ash says that this is a double battle and they can work together in order to cover their weaknesses. Rinto says that they won't need to work together, as him and Peonia are already perfectly synced with their battle styles. And the battle begins. Ash's side is actually making good headway. Due to Ash and Elaine training against each other a lot of times, they know what their Pokemon can do and know what their Pokemon are capable of. Drizzle, using its projectiles to get Charmander clean shots to use moves like Metal Claw on Gabite and Curlia, are really making up for their light type advantage. However, Rinto and Peonia are two high level trainers, and they aren't going to be taken down by something at the less type advantage. Curlia is able to use its unique movement in order to subdue Charmander for a minute, giving chance for Gabite to do perfect damage on Drizzle. However, Drizzle has also trained a lot too and is just as confident. It ends up using its new battle style even better than it did before, and ends up using a new move called Aqua Tail, this being a more physical move than what they were expecting, and it ends up actually turning the tide of the battle a bit. However, this actually knocks out Peonia's Gabite. However, Charmander is also knocked out, so it ends up being a one-on-one battle between Rinto and Ash. Rinto and Ash exchange a couple of words. These are usually just platitudes of cockiness. Both of them are putting their pure cockiness on display, and it's really just a test of who can hit harder at this point. However, both trainers are getting incredibly heated. However, Oppo stops the battle before it can get to too extreme levels. She says that both trainers are doing incredibly well, but if she had to give a victor, she would honestly say it's a tie, but Ash was closer to victory by a hair. Rinto, clearly disgusted by this, immediately goes to train with Curlia and disregards the group. Peonia says that she has to catch up with Rinto as they're traveling together. As Ash wanted to ask where Rinto's from and where Peonia's from, they didn't get a chance as they already left. Opal clearly remarks this as some people are a mystery and rivals come and go, so remember to keep the rivals that you have in your life, I guess. When they finally make it into Hammerlock, they meet up again with Bede. Now, Bede is distraught just like he was last time, but he wants to go make an appeal to Chairman Rose. This is when Opal, seeing Bede, someone who matches her aesthetic, her style, and seeing the Pokemon that he uses would be a perfect replacement for her gym, and she immediately drags Bede off, and we don't see Bede for the rest of the episode. Now, as they're in Hammerlock, they also meet up with Lucas. Now, Lucas saying that he went back to Hammerlock to study on the Fairy-type gym before he went there, as he didn't know a lot about it yet. However, he also got to meet with Raihan, who wanted him for a secret mission assignment. Chase, still bummed that he never got to battle Rinto, asks Lucas for a battle, and Lucas actually agrees, saying that he would like to study Chase's battle style and see what he can learn from him. So Chase ends up sending out his Chimchar, and this is when we see our first new Hisuian Pokemon being Hisuian Braviary. Now everybody's clearly amazed at this. Even Opal, who has joined up back with the group again after dragging off Bede, she's only heard legends of these types of Pokemon in like very old books, so to get to see one is quite a rare sight to see. Now, if you know, Chase's Chimchar is quite shy. It's actually kind of unnatural for a Chimchar, so it's very scared of Barriere's intimidating appearance. This almost gives the victory to Lucas outright, not just because of Chimchar's personality, as Chimchar does muster up the courage to attack and is doing pretty well. This is due to the fact of Lucas's battle style. Lucas is perfectly analytical. It's almost like he knows what move you're going to make before you make it. Nothing Chase did surprised Lucas. Lucas had perfect defense and attack. It was perfectly balanced. Now, Chase, clearly disheartened by this, Ash clearly reassures him by saying they'll do some serious training and he'll get up to Rinto and Lucas's level in no time. This is when the group asks what Opal did with Bede, but she can't disclose that information just yet. This is when it's announced that there will be a tournament held in... This is when it's revealed that there will be a tournament in Sirchester. This will be a normal Pokemon tournament, unlike the Unite Cup. Now, everyone's greatly excited upon hearing that whoever wins the tournament gets to fight somebody on an extremely high level. This is when Rinto and Peonia also make it into the city, and upon hearing this, he gets even more amped to fight not only Ash again, but this new mystery trainer. And we'll find out more next episode. Thanks for watching this episode, guys. It's a bit shorter, around 9 to 10 minutes if you include this ending part. But with all that being said, Samurai out.